You go bow for the result, though. Nothing to discuss, oh. Cause I did by default and without any doubt, though. I'm a me happy adult, though. I no go feed the girl.
Welcome, the random. Y'all, I can't even believe it. We're almost at 7K, bro. Like, that is so amazing. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. But I'm not gonna hold y'all up. Let's go ahead. Let's get into these stories. Story number. What I'm doing? Okay, listen. Y'all, I ain't get that much sleep last night. I'm sorry. Story number 1. Am I wrong for making cinnamon bread for my sisters-in-law when my mother-in-law is allergic to cinnamon? I, female 22, have jumped on a sourdough bread train. I now make the bread we eat instead of buying it, and when I make a loaf of bread, I post a picture of it and post it on my story. I've had several people slide up and say they would love a loaf, include my in-laws. Right now, we're home visiting our family. I brought my starter and baking supplies to make loaves for the people who have asked while staying at my mom's. For my in-laws, I made 3 loaves. The sister-in-laws wanted a cinnamon swirl loaf, so that's what I made for them. My mother-in-law says she's allergic to cinnamon, so I made her 2 small loaves. Regular and a cheddar jalapeno. Ooh, that sounds good. Okay. I baked her loaves first to avoid any cross-contamination, and I wrapped the cinnamon loaf and put it in its own container separate from the loaves that would go to mother-in-law. When I dropped them off, I made sure to tell them that 1 loaf was cinnamon. Today, while we were there, mother-in-law cut herself a slice of cinnamon bread, saying she wanted to taste it. All of us said she really shouldn't since she's allergic to cinnamon. She said she would avoid the cinnamon swirl and just eat the plain bread. After more protests, it was clear that she was not going to listen. She ate it, said it was good, and cut another slice. After a while, nothing happened. My husband and I assumed that maybe she isn't as allergic as she thought, and everything was fine. We went back to my mom's house, and an hour later, both our phones started blowing up. Of course they did. Mother-in-law says I gave her horrible diarrhea with my nasty bread. Oh, now the bread nasty. And is now claiming that I tried to poison her by giving them bread that has cinnamon in it. My husband has pressed that I did everything I needed to do to keep the bread separate and that eating the cinnamon bread was 100% her choice, which it was. She grown. Like, she and now my husband's grandma are adamant that I shouldn't have brought cinnamon bread into the house at all, and I should have just told my sister-in-laws no. I thought bringing it would be fine. I've been there plenty of times when sister-in-laws had cinnamon rolls on the stove or snickerdoodle cookies in a jar. I assumed that she wouldn't even touch the container because as far as I had seen, she didn't touch the other stuff. Am I wrong? No, like I was saying before, she's grown. You shouldn't have to watch over her. You know what I mean? Okay, so none of the accountability goes to your mother-in-law?
I understand nothing.
I honestly just feel like your mother-in-law did this to kind of stir up something. I don't know what the point would be. I really don't know, because only person you're hurting is yourself. I don't know. Maybe she wanted diarrhea. I don't know. I don't. It makes no sense to me. Story number 2. Am I wrong for not letting my roommate's boyfriend use my car even though it made him miss a job interview? So I, 25 female, share an apartment with my roommate Jess, 24 female. We generally get along okay, but she started dating this guy Kyle a few months ago, and he's been around constantly. He doesn't live here officially, but he's here 5 to 6 nights a week, eats our food, uses our stuff, and never really contributes to anything. It's annoying, but I've tolerated it to keep the peace. I own a car, which I use for work, errands, and occasionally weekend trips. Jess doesn't have a car, and neither does Cal. Last week, Cal asked me very last minute if he could borrow my car to drive to a job interview. I asked a few questions: where it was, how far, how long he needed, and it turned out he needed it during a time I've already told Jess I had a doctor's appointment across town. I said sorry, but I needed it and couldn't change my appointment. He got and said I was being selfish and ruining his shot at a better life. Bro, cut the Jess backed him up saying I could Uber to the doctor. Uber when I got a car? Ma'am, you got me messed up. Like, he better Uber. He could Uber to the interview. Just backed him up saying I could Uber to the doctor just this once because his interview was more important than my checkup. I said, no, I'm not comfortable lending my car to someone I barely know, especially not for a time I already need it. I don't owe him that. They both soaked and gave me the cold shoulder for days, and I wouldn't care. I be so unbothered, y'all. Like, okay, look sad. And guess what? I'm going to be riding around in my car that I own. I don't know. Maybe that's me. But it's just like, I feel like it's not really mean like that because I don't owe you anything. You're not giving me nothing. Like, at the end of the day, that is your boyfriend. So why aren't you trying to find a way for him to get where he needs to get so y'all can have a better life or whatever? His words. Why is that up to me to give him a better life? At that point, is he my man? He must be my man when I get him this car. I be going too far, y'all. Cal apparently missed the interview because he couldn't find a ride, and now is blaming me for ruining his future. Man, what kind of job interview was this? I'm sorry, I need the details. I feel a little bad because I could have changed my appointment if I really wanted to. But also, it's my car, my schedule, and I don't think I should have to upend my plans for someone who doesn't even live here. Is that upend? I might be saying that wrong, y'all. Child, I don't know. Basically, she's saying she shouldn't have to change her plans for somebody. Was she wrong? No. I feel like she wasn't wrong because it's her car at the end of the day, and she already had these plans. I could see maybe if, okay, say he told her I got an interview on this day, and then she went and made a doctor's appointment on that same exact day. I mean, still, she wouldn't be wrong because technically it's still her car and she can do whatever she wants to do. But like I said, morally speaking, you know what I mean? I could see where she would be a little wrong in that situation because it's kind of like, I got a car and you don't, you know what I mean? But in this situation, she didn't do that. She already had her own appointment. So if anything, I feel like they're wrong for making her feel bad because she got a doctor's appointment. Like what? Story number 3. Am I wrong for deciding not to invite my husband's family to my kid's birthday party after they called her a mistake? Me, 25 female, and my husband, 26 male, have been together for 5 years. We had our daughter together pretty early on. She's 4 now. And yeah, she wasn't planned, but we were happy and I have no regrets at all. His family, not so much. They've always been kind of cold towards me, and honestly, I've noticed that they don't treat our daughter the same as the other grandkids. Last weekend, we were at my mom's house for a late dinner, and she and my father-in-law were talking about my husband as a teenager. My mother-in-law then proceeded to joke in front of my daughter, saying how he used to be so carefree and go with the flow before he had to settle down so fast. Then she added, I bet he wished he had more time before jumping into the dad life with a oopsie baby. Woosah. We ended up leaving soon after that since it was getting late anyways, and that night as I took my daughter into bed, she asked me what a oopsie baby was. I felt heartbroken for her and basically explained that sometimes people have kids by accident, but that doesn't make her any less special. After I put her to bed, I ran it to my husband saying I don't want my mother-in-law around our daughter if she's going to be saying stuff like that. The last thing I want is for my baby girl to be questioning whether or not she's wanted. I said I don't want my family-in-law at her 5th birthday party next month, and I won't be sending them an invite until they apologize for making things awkward. My husband says I'm overreacting over a small comment and I need to relax and not make this a thing. He argued saying I shouldn't overreact to comment she made when she was tired. He told me I'm not allowed to uninvite his family, especially over this. Oh, watch me. Watch me. Am I overreacting? Should I just suck it up and let them come to the party and risk my daughter hearing more hurtful things? I'm honestly really upset, but I feel like I'm the only person who's mad, so I don't know what to do. Am I wrong? Girl, don't invite them people to your baby's birthday party. I don't care what your husband got to say. Hey, in a minute, he ain't finna be invited. At the end of the day, my kids come first, okay? They come first before any type of family member, any of that. Because it's my children, and I'm not finna sit here and let you say stuff that's gonna hurt their feelings. Because you hurt their feelings, I'ma hurt you. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Like, I'm very freaking positive, but when it comes to my kids, that's something I don't play about. And I feel like that's any good parent, though. Like, you're not finna sit there and let somebody down talk your child, So at the end of the day, no, you are not wrong, and she would not be invited. And if my husband keep going, he ain't coming. Well, all right, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed these stories. I hope y'all been having wonderful weeks, months, years, all that. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Share this video with your friends and your family, and I will see y'all in the next video. And I hope you're having a wonderful day.